Of anti-government demonstrators clashed with security forces on the streets of Tehran today. It's one of the most violent confrontations between protesters and police since the height of the unrest after June's disputed presidential election. Reza Sayah is monitoring developments from the Iran desk here at CNN Center. And Reza, some vision coming into you. We've got pictures and some that we have to actually warn our viewers about.
Yeah, no question about it, Rosemary. Before we get to those graphic pictures, let's tell you about new major developments that have come into the Iran desk just a few minutes ago. According to an opposition website, Parliament News, that website is reporting that the niece of opposition leader Mir Hossein Mousavi, the losing candidate in the disputed election on June 12th, has been killed during the Sunday protest in Tehran. Once again, according to an opposition website, the niece of opposition leader Mir Hossein Mousavi was killed during the Sunday protest. We're working to get more details for you. Certainly major developments there, if indeed that news is confirmed. Let's go to the rest of the protest today. A lot of activity throughout Tehran. Once again, widespread protests and clashes between security forces and supporters of the opposition movement. These protests ratcheting up in intensity, a number of graphic pieces of video and pictures coming into the Iran desk. And this is where we warn you that if you don't want to see some of these graphic pictures, you should turn away right now. This first picture you're going to be looking at is purportedly the picture of one of the victims who was shot and killed during the protest on Sunday. There it is. There's the still picture. According to an opposition website, at least 3 people were killed, and this is purportedly the picture of one of them. Iran's state-run news agencies deny anyone was killed, but based on witnesses that we're speaking with, based on this graphic video that's coming in, these pictures are telling us a very different story. More pictures. Witnesses tell us, and these videos corroborate that protesters actually attacked vehicles and motorcycles belonging to security forces and set them on fire on a number of occasions. There were actually clashes where protesters actually attacked and charged members of the besieged, members of security forces. Let's go to another piece of video that we're going to show you. The next piece of video is a street sign, we believe. There it is. It's a street sign that bears the name of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. And as you can see, protesters have ripped it down and are kicking it. So certainly an emotionally charged day. Rosemary, two significant events converged to make this day an emotionally charged day. One was the fact that Sunday was 7 days following the passing of dissident cleric Ayatollah Montazeri, the fierce critic of the regime, a huge figure in the opposition movement. It's customary in Shia Islam to commemorate someone 7 days after their passing. And also Sunday, Rosemary, was Ashura, the major religious holiday that commemorates the martyrdom of Imam Hossein. So those two events converged to make this day an emotionally charged day. As you can see, a lot of activity, a lot of violence in the streets of Tehran. That activity, according to witnesses, continuing in the northern parts of the city at this hour, and we're keeping an eye on that activity. And also the news, according to the website, that Mir Hossein Mousavi's niece was killed during these protests, Rosemary. All
right, Reza Sayah keeping an eye on all of those developments. Thanks so much for that. Appreciate it. And you know, in no